This is your host, Marisol, a freedom lifestyle consultant, bringing you an episode of Roaming the Now, where expat entrepreneurs, coaches, and mentors come together to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the real and raw experience of what it actually means to set out to a new country and build a life abroad. Hola, I'm Marisol, the host of Roaming the Now. Roaming the Now is a podcast for adventurous souls who desire to learn from expats living abroad. So I want to tell you a little bit about why this podcast came into existence and why I'm here recording this introduction. So I am coming to you from Malinalco, Mexico. I live about 2 hours southwest of Mexico City in a pueblo mágico with less than 10,000 people. And life is just really spacious, and I have the space to fully be me and to fully be free. So a lot of people ask me about this. They ask me, what's it like living in Mexico? What's it like living where you live in Mexico? And after getting this question so many times, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to share my stories in one place? But as I kind of sat on the idea, I said, wouldn't it be cool to share my ideas and connect with other expat entrepreneurs, coaches, and mentors to get their perspectives on what it was like to move abroad? Because here's the thing. Moving abroad, yes, there's a strategy. Yes, there's the logistics, the money aspect. But what really is going to keep you in the game and decide if you're going to stay abroad or not has to do with emotional, psychological aspects. So on this podcast, you're going to hear a lot of people sharing their stories and lessons from these emotional, psychological aspects of the things that come up as you're moving abroad, which personally for me is so cool because I believe that your upbringing, your background does influence the way that you see the world. It influences your perspective. And as you'll see on these episodes, the perspective of the individual is influenced by their background, or maybe their perspective was challenged by their background and how they live now. So it's a really cool space to learn from not only my own perspective, but also other individuals' perspectives. Having recorded some of these episodes already that I am so excited to share with you, you're going to learn about how to put your ego to the side to be open to learning. You're going to learn about how do you create a sense of home wherever you are from an individual who's literally lived on 8 out of 10 continents. You're also going to be learning about intuition and the role that that plays for some of us in deciding to make these bold moves, moving to a new place, new country, and starting fresh. So I'm really excited to share these stories with you as there's so much wisdom in every episode. And for me, being your host, you probably want to know a little bit more about me. So as I shared with you, I am Marisol. I'm a freedom lifestyle consultant, and I help individuals build lifestyles that are centered around the type of freedom that they want. So maybe that would look like for you. Are you going to go freelance or contract, or are you going to start your own business? How do you set things up in a way that you are not location dependent? You can travel whenever you want, as well as how do you consistently and confidently show up living in alignment with your values? Because being free in a world that's trying to confine you and assign you to a box is quite difficult sometimes. So I'm really excited to share things from my perspective of freedom being a really big value of mine and freedom being a really big thing that I help individuals achieve in their life, because my version of freedom is going to look different than yours. And that's the beauty of life. The beauty of life is that you get to create what you want to experience. So my background is I worked for 8 years in a corporate 9-to-5 space. I burnt out really bad at my desk. And in 2019, I set out on the adventure of what sets my soul on fire. What am I actually here to do? Because I just remember sitting behind that 9-to-5 desk thinking, what the hell am I doing here? This means nothing to me. And so I put on my bravery pants and I set out into the unknown, which led me to becoming a certified yoga teacher for a bit. I became a certified coach. Through that experience, I began studying trauma-informed coaching. So my approach to the whole personal development is very holistic. I'm really grateful for all the education I've had and for all the experience I've had as well in life, because not only do I have the education, my mom died when I was really little, and then I became a very rebellious teenager, which really plays into the whole I paved my own path. I got married really young, I got divorced really young, I moved abroad, and I just have a lot of life experience and education that I bring to every interaction I have. And you're going to see that come through in a lot of the episodes. So I'm really excited to be able to share in that way with you. There will also be some episodes where I just only share my own stories with you because There is value in some of the short solo shares that I have, and there's a lot of value packed in the episodes that are coming up with guests. So with that being said, I cannot wait for you to roam the now with our guests that are coming from all over the world and just learn from the different perspectives. And my hope is that you are inspired. You are inspired to know that it is possible to create a life on your terms, to create a life that gives you the freedom you desire, to create a life that you love, so that when people ask you, how do you like your life? You can say, I love my life, thank you. Because that's quite literally where I'm at. I created a life that I love because I trusted following my intuition. And you're going to see intuition come up a lot in our episodes, because I do believe it's a secret ingredient that we all have. We just need to learn to trust it. So with that being said, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you're living in the present moment, having fun, and I can't wait to share with you my own personal stories and the amazing stories of our guests of the emotional aspects that keep you growing and evolving as you move abroad and create a new home for yourself somewhere else. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Until next time, make sure you check out the links in the description. You can join my newsletters where I send you tips and tricks on how to build a lifestyle of freedom. So until our next episode, have fun, live in the present moment, and enjoy roaming the now wherever you are in the world.